गुड इवनिंग फ्रेंड्स। नाउ डिस्कस जियोग्राफी ऑप्शनल मेंस यूपीएससी का के बारे में हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं। ओके, मॉक टेस्ट डिस्कस द कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस ऑफ क्लाइमेट चेंज ऑन एग्रीकल्चर एंड coast food security and on the coastal zones of the world. Consequence of the climate change on agriculture को consequence and food security का क्या consequence है on the coastal zones of the world. Okay. Provide the geographical account of the global population and distribution of food. Okay, geographical account on the global population and distribution of food के बारे में famine to be a considered extent is man-made hazard. Famine. Okay. देखिए 3 number का question famine. Famine is a considerable extent is a man-made hazard. Answer: a famine is a widespread scarcity of food caused by several factors, including जो crop failure होता है, population imbalance होता है, government policy का problem. Although there are natural factors responsible for famine, but man has become the important factor causing and aggravating of the famine. Natural factors include crop failure depending on monsoon and rainfall, natural extreme events like floods, cyclone, earthquakes, natural increase in population, especially in South Asia, Africa, poor utilization of resource, lack of technology, man-made factors include यहाँ पर. Man-made factors क्या है ना famine के लिए increase in population due to lack of population policies, administrative failure as seen during British period. In this India like Bengal famine, poor spending by the government, during famine condition like the Congo economic failure, infrastructure regions like poor connectivity of remote areas, poor irrigation facility, failure of government policy like lack of storage facility, like low emphasis on agriculture like Russia in mid 20th century, lack of food policies, PDS, poor coordination with other countries, import and export, non-scientific agriculture, especially in sub-Saharan countries, Africa, South Asia, will still primitive type of agriculture is done, lead to soil yes and nutrient loss or organic matter loss. It also lead to increase desert area. In case of Sahara region of Africa, excessive groundwater exploration. Climate change induced due to the human activities like emission, deforestation, etc. lead to change the rainfall pattern, aggravate climate extreme events like drought, floods, wars among countries, civil wars, political instability, artificial cartel by enemy countries like Congo, East Africa, prevalence of disease due to non-control inaction by the government. Famine is worst form of human rights violence. Efforts need to be taken to increase the relief efforts during famine. Cooperation among the countries, promotion of scientific agriculture and practice, good for government policy important. The role of international organizations like United Nations for maintaining stability of regions from wars, political turmoil, etc. is important. Individual government should ensure subsidies, loan and banking facility and for government food development, agriculture development. Provide a geographical account of global production and distribution. Second question. Provide agriculture geographical account and global global production and distribution of food. Answer: global food production varies in different parts of the world. Global food production vary करता है world के different area में due to changing conditions of like insulation, latitude, climate, temperature, soil. Difference तो है. तो geography account क्या है ना, the tropical parts of the world are generally involved in plantation agriculture. Tropical parts of the world generally plantation के ऊपर involved है like account tea, coffee due to humid and warm climate. The tropical and subtropical areas with monsoon climate have rain-fed agriculture. Rain-fed agriculture, tropical and subtropical area crop like wheat, rice, paddy, etc. are generally grown. India and China and Bangladesh. The subtropical areas with high pressure belts have least productive due to unsuitable climate condition. The high pressure subtropical areas. So the intensive grain production, the intensive grain agriculture has developed in temperate grassland like prairies. Intensive grain agriculture developed prairies, pampas, steppes, downs, and polar regions are least productive. Hence, different parts of the world show different food production. Distribution of food. It can be studied with the help of Whitley's classification. Classification on out of agriculture classification. Distribution of food. It can be studied. Okay. It can be studied with the help of Whitley's classification of agriculture classification. Based on the classification, following type of agriculture is found in different types of parts of the world. Nomadic hunting, primitive type hunting gathering like Africa, some parts of South Asia and South America. Nomadic hunting practice होता है. Shifting cultivation, subsistence type harmful to environment. Living livestock ranching, animal are reared. African tribes, livestock ranching Africa, and shifting harmful environment. And nomadic hunting gathering. Livestock ranching African tribes, parts of the Eurasia, South Asia and South America. Commercial livestock ranching Australia, New Zealand, USA, South Africa, America. Intensive agriculture with paddy cultivation India, ASEAN, China, ASEAN. Intensive agriculture Africa and paddy cultivation Africa, South America. Commercial grain farming grassland. Commercial dairy farming America, Australia, developed around the cities of like London. Commercial grain and dairy farming. Subsistence grain and dairy farming, Mediterranean farming, Oriental and Occidental. Plantation agriculture mostly in tropical area. Horticulture around the cities, countries like Netherlands. Horticulture. These are the consequences of climate change on agriculture and food security of the coastal zones of the world. Answer: climate change is change in climate change is change in climate which is contributed directly and indirectly by human activities. Human activities करते हैं. And that alters the composition of global atmosphere. Climate change at least last 100 years have been caused by mostly by the human activities. Last 100 years में climate change, agriculture and food security. Increasing climate extreme events like drought, rainfall, heat waves, glacier melting, etc., which have a direct bearing on agriculture. In case of the monsoonal climate, it would affect the rain-fed agriculture. Countries like India, Africa, which are also home for the millions of poor, like देखिए countries like India और Africa जो है किसका home ना millions of poor का home. The problems have food security due to production of crops, hence issue of poverty and malnutrition disease issue हो रहा है. Changing rainfall pattern due to deforestation and grabbing more agricultural land will lead to soil erosion, soil nutrients. Agriculture itself is a large contribution of greenhouse gas. Thus, will further enhance climate change. Increase in the temperature of soil will affect the soil composition, organic content, and soil microorganisms. Productivity on agriculture, land and tropical areas will decrease while more land will be available in temperate areas. Climate change and coastal area. Agriculture activities along coastal activities will be affected by change in sea level, change or loss of cropland and food productivity. यहाँ पर productivity of agriculture land tropical area and will decrease हो रहा है. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर देखिए increase and decrease in water temperature decrease हो रहा है और increase हो रहा है. Affect fish, catch fish affect हो रहा है, which is important source of food along the coastal area. देखिए increase in salinity जो हो रहा है, बढ़ रहा है, तो इसका decrease soil fertility को decrease कर रहा है. Salt water intrusion हो रहा है due to sea level rise हो रहा है. Effect on the biodiversity effect हो रहा है on coastal area like flora and fauna, shifting of fishing belt, fish shift हो रहा है and from tropical to temperate region. Thus climate change can be an adverse effect on फूड सिक्योरिटी क्या इफेक्ट पड़ रहा है, स्पेशली फॉर पुअर कंट्रीज लाइक इंडिया, अफ्रीका, ट्रॉपिकल एरिया में देयर इज नीडेड प्रॉपर इन मिटिगेशन स्ट्रेटजी होना चाहिए, लाइक क्लाइमेट स्मार्ट एग्रीकल्चर एंड प्रिसिजन फार्मिंग, यूज ऑफ द ड्रॉट रेजिस्टेंट सीड्स होना चाहिए, ओके, इंक्रीज इन इनफॉरेस्टेशन activities and global cooperation through plantation, okay, platform like UNFCCC, IPCC, Quad Protocol, that agreement होना चाहिए, ओके, तो उसमें अच्छे से काम करने चाहिए, कैन प्ले एन इम्पोर्टेंट रोल निभा सकते हैं। सो नेक्स्ट हमने थ्योरी देखेंगे वेवर्स का, ओके, जो 3 क्वेश्चन है वो हम देखेंगे।